Archer is one of the best dungeon classes in all of Hypixel Skyblock. They have a ridiculously high damage output, and some setups are not even that expensive. So today, I'll be showing you how to progress through dungeons as an archer as quickly as possible, and also don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the video. Firstly, you must reach combat level 15. You can do this by either doing bestiary or killing mobs such as glaciate walkers or crypt ghouls. Once you've reached combat level 15, you're ready to enter your first dungeon. Your first set will be strong or unstable dragon armor for the extra damage, the dragon shortbow, and a skeleton pet. Reforge the armor to fierce and the bow to rapid. You can get the armor and the pet from the auction house, but to get the dragon shortbow, you'll need to go through the quest line in the end. This set should be able to effectively take on the entrance and floor 1, but once you reach floor 2, it's time to upgrade to your second set. For your second set, you can either stick to your dragon armor, or you can switch over to skeleton grunt armor. Skeleton grunt armor is cheap from the auction house, and it will boost your damage output, but you'll have lower health and defense. So if you go with skeleton grunt armor, then get a blue whale pet for extra EHP. If you stick to dragon armor, then you can either keep the skeleton pet, or if you're dying, then you can still get a blue whale. For your bow, you can keep the dragon shortbow, or you can switch to the machine gun bow. The machine gun bow deals less base damage, but it has an ability that allows you to rapid fire arrows, and you can easily give it stars because it only takes undead essence. Now once you reach floor 4, you're ready for some more upgrades. If you're poor, then you can go for the spirit bow. It has some decent damage, and it deals more damage to undead mobs the lower health you have. But if you have some money to spend, then you can purchase a few bone meringues. Bone meringues deal more base damage than the spirit bow, and you can have multiple of them at the same time. They have been nerfed in the past, but they are still a decent mid-game archer weapon. You can also upgrade from your current pet to a wither skeleton pet for more damage. I recommend having a dwarf turtle shellmet on your pet at this point. It negates all knockback, which is nearly essential later in dungeons. Once you've completed floor 5, you now have access to an amazing damage armor set, Shadow Assassin armor. You can upgrade your Shadow Assassin armor to legendary by combining each piece with 8 livid fragments, and to mythid by recomming it. Also, you should get the ultimate enchant on your armor at this point. If you need more mana, go for wisdom. If you're dying, go for last stand, and go for legion for some stat boost based on how many people are near you. Don't forget to 5-star it, and you'll also want to reforge it to ancient with a precursor gear. If you're still dying at this point, you can switch out your current pet for a baby yeti. The baby yeti gives an insane amount of EHP based on how much strength you have, and as an archer you'll have plenty of strength. Soon you might find that your previous weapons are a bit lacking, so if you're willing to get Enderman Slayer level 5, you can unlock the JuJu. For your JuJu, put on the Spiritual Reforge and the ultimate enchant Soul Eater. The JuJu deals ridiculous damage at this stage of the game, so you're going to be using it for a little while. Something that you can try while using the JuJu bow is equipping Terror Armor. It makes your bow shoot 3 arrows, so you'll be doing some ridiculous damage. Around this point you'll want at least 200 to 300 magical power, and for your power stone, I recommend the Furball, which gives Itchy. For your equipment, go 3/4 Molten and a Gauntlet of Contagion. Reforge your equipment to Strengthened with a Searing Stone. Once you've beaten floor 7, you can finally have your final set of armor, Necron armor. For now, you'll want 3/4 Necron and a golden head of whatever floor you're doing, or if you have some extra money, then you can buy a diamond head. Also, you can eventually switch out your Necron boots for Maxor boots because they give more speed. The next best weapon, which also happens to be the best bow in the game, is the Terminator. It has a bit of a price tag, but it has ridiculously high damage output. To unlock the Terminator, you'll need Enderman Slayer level 7, which means you have to kill a lot of tier 4 Endermen. But once you have it, you'll want to 5-star it, put the Hasty Reforge on, recom it, and for now put the Soul Eater enchant on. Now if you try and use this bow, you'll notice there's a small catch. It divides your crit chance by 4. To get 100 crit chance while holding it, you should have your magical power set to fortuitous, and while you're in a dungeon, drink a dungeon potion. If you still don't have 100 crit chance after this, you can reforge your equipment to waxed, get a beacon on your island and set it to crit chance, enrich your accessories, and set your tuning points to crit chance. And finally, your last pet will be either an Ender Dragon or a Golden Dragon. They both give good stats, but the Ender Dragon is 600 mil for a tier boosted, and over 900 mil for a max non-tier boosted. But the Golden Dragon's 1.1 billion coins, plus you have to have an extra billion in the bank. So overall, the Golden Dragon is better, but it's over 1 billion coins more to max. Now there are many helpful items that will be very useful if not essential for some floors. The Wand of Atonement heals you every second for 7 seconds, but if you don't have Revenant Slayer level 7, then you can get one of the downgrades of the Wand of Atonement. The Florid or Innate Zombie Swords heal you every time you right click. They have a certain number of charges that have to be refilled before you can use them again. There are multiple different orbs you can use, the best being Plasma Flux, then Overflux, then Mana Flux, and then a Radiant Power Orb. These are all unlocked at various stages of Wolf Slayer. The Gyrokinetic Wand has 2 abilities. The first one groups all nearby mobs into one block, and the second splits incoming damage between nearby players. The Gloomlock Grimoire also has 2 abilities. You can lose 25% of your health for 600 overflow mana, or you can lose 300 mana and 8% damage for 40% health, but it requires Enderman Slayer level 5. The Ice Spray Wand freezes mobs for 5 seconds, allowing you to deal damage to them while they can't damage you. And finally, the Wither Cloak Sword creates a shield around you, protecting you from all damage, but it costs 20% of your max mana every time you're hit. This sword is mostly used in the 3rd phase of the Floor 7 boss, but it does require Floor 7 completion to use. That's all for this guide. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Bye.